Hope is something that can never be crushed. Hope is boundless, and it can bring people through the most horrific experiences. Hope was one of the tools that I used for my art. When I came away from my drug life, I went to study art at university, and I was there for 4 years, and I did a degree. I got a BA honours, 2-1, and I was pleased and happy with it. But hope was one of the sources of my inspiration. Like I welded this giant word, hope. And I did another one where I made it out of, like the E was out of the end of a rake. I made like scrap metal welding letters of so hope, and I did paintings with the big word hope. But then also I had the idea of, because we were doing printing, so I made a book of all the women that had motivated me in my life, but I wrote poetry about it, and it was all encompassing this idea that, hope was shone upon me, because everyone really hoped that I got off drugs, and I managed to. So I carried on being hopeful. So yeah, that's my experience of, just an inch of my experience of the word hope. Colour is such a powerful tool, I think, that, my favourite colour is green. I love green, and I love grass, and I love not smoking grass. I love fields of it, that lovely rich, or cedar trees, yeah, I love green. That's my favourite colour. It's like that fountain at the end of the street there on Boulevard, and it's got these great mermaids and blowing horns, and they're beautifully ornate, sort of Victorian Gothic art. And they've got this great fountain, and then there's like mermen on it as well at the top, sort of thing, blowing great horns. And that's the sort of imagery that I would think of to describe, if I could, a little bit of hope inside a ship in a bottle, So yeah, those beautiful greens, something that makes you feel happy, makes you feel safe, makes you feel alive, that you're growing, and that's that lovely dark green colour that I love. I'm very interested in language and poetry, and one of my favourite poets and artists is William Blake, and he wrote a poem called London. And in it says he's walking through the chartered streets near where the chartered Thames flow, and marking every face I meet, marks of weakness, marks of woe, right? And those kind of imagery, I think, resonate with me now, and he has this line in it, says that he meets people and they have mind-forged manacles, which I consider relevant, because they're like addiction. They're manacles, they're holding you down, they're like methadone coloured handcuffs, do you know what I mean? And so with that in mind, with that relevance, hope is something that can help us get through it and come out the other side, and it give us that little bit of strength of what you really need, to give you that last push. Maybe things are bad, maybe you're not happy. That idea that hope can sort of solve these issues, that it can bring a little bit of colour to those drab experiences that are happening.